Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are doing an individual reading for an artist that is not in the K-pop industry. He's actually part of the C-pop industry. Woohoo! Now, someone has requested this individual in the comments and I was like, wait a minute. We know who that is. I say we because my sister was there with me. We were like, wait, isn't it that one guy from Idol Producer? And here we are, being like, you know what, let's give it a try. Let's do an individual reading for him. Now, I will do my best to pronounce his name right. I just watched like 1 or 2 videos to remind myself how his name was said. Because I did watch Idol Producer, so I kind of have an idea of who he is. But after the show was over, I have no clue what he's been doing or what's going on with him in his life. So this reading is going to be interesting. But also, since I don't speak Mandarin or anything, and I'm not too familiar with it, every time they spoke, it would just like go in one ear and out the other. And so, so I had to actually research his name because I was like, I don't know how to say it. And I kind of want to do my best. But I'm saying it because right now I feel very self-conscious about saying his name. So we're doing an individual reading for Cai XuKun. It's out of my system now. But yeah, forgive me if I say his name wrong. But anyway, in this video, we are going to check his current energy, his career, his love life, and any healing messages that come through. And with all of that said, let's just jump into his current energy, see how he's doing right now. How is XuKun doing right now? We have the 4 of Cups. Wait. Have the Hierophant, and we have the King of Cups, and it's kind of reversed. So right now it seems like he's trying to center himself and trying to be a little bit more stable with his emotions. When I saw the Hierophant, I usually don't think about this, but for whatever reason that was like the first thing that came to my mind. So it seems like right now he's either going back to school or educating himself or going through some sort of like academy to expand his knowledge about something. It could be about music since we have cups right next to it, so it could be in regards to whatever creative, I guess, areas he's going towards or he's focusing on right now. Seems like he's getting some schooling for it potentially. Seems like right now he is trying to just get more knowledge about the areas that he's interested in and the areas that give him a lot of emotional support and happiness. With the 4 of Cups being the first card that comes out, seems like currently he's been in an energy where he doesn't feel necessarily fulfilled. Like he's been resting or he hasn't been too active somehow. Actually, I don't know how active he's been to the public because I'm not following what he's doing right now. But yeah, with the 4 of Cups, seems like he's kind of being down on the, resting, or maybe he seems a bit bored, or he feels like there's nothing stimulating his emotions or his mind right now with where he's at. So it feels like there's something that he's trying to bring into his life, something that he needs to bring a little bit more of excitement into it. And I do feel that life may have offered something to him. We have the 4th cup being offered to this person that is kind of like sleeping or napping or something. So I do feel that maybe there was an offer for him out there that kind of gave him the opportunity to study again, and he's using that to continue specializing on something that he really enjoys or just gather more official academic knowledge about something that he is interested in. And that's going to kind of help him gain a little bit more respect or gain a little bit more of, I guess, get some credit for the work that he's done because of the knowledge that he has, something along those lines. So the Hierophant usually talks about traditional things. It talks about the practice of what is expected. So in this case, I'm seeing it as education. I do feel that he's just learning about something and it's going under official records. So it's not like, oh, he's going to YouTube looking at tutorials about something. No, it seems like he could actually be going to an established academic curriculum and learning and getting certified and all of those things. Now, the last card that we have right here is the King of Cups reverse. So it seems like right now he doesn't necessarily feel completely fulfilled with where he's at right now. It seems like, yeah, he's learning a lot of things, and that's giving him a sense of being very stable, very centered. Also, the Hierophant is like Taurus energy, so that kind of shows that right now he's going one step at a time, trying to do something new, something that will help him in the long run. So he's picking up knowledge and skills that will help him in whatever his end goal is, or wherever he wants to go, whatever path or journey he ends up in. It's going to be helpful to him, at least somewhere in his lifetime, even if it's not like a very direct path towards something. Like it's just a stepping stone, basically. But yeah, with this King of Cups reverse, here we have Cancer energy. So this tells me that right now he's not necessarily fully stable emotionally. Like there's something that he feels like it's still missing. He feels like there's something that's not really working for him still. So he's not completely centered. Like financially, he's fine. Career-wise, he's okay as well. Potentially, we'll see in his career actually. But he seems to be very stable in the 3D world with all the physical things in his life. However, with this King of Cups reverse, there's still something missing for him. Maybe he has some sort of artistic block, so ideas are not flowing as naturally as before, or maybe he feels like he's not inspired and motivated to do his art and do his creative projects as he usually did. Also, with this King of Cups reverse, it could be that right now he doesn't feel emotionally stable, so there is something that doesn't completely fulfill him emotionally, or he feels like he's not following his heart or doing stuff that actually fulfills his heart and his inner child and things along those lines. Also, there might be this energy where he doesn't feel spiritually connected or spiritually fulfilled. And what I mean by that is that he may feel like he has to do everything on his own, that he doesn't have a support or back, or like someone that has his back. In this case, I'm not talking about a person as much as I am talking about the feeling of like destiny and fate is in his side. That's the thing that I feel it might be missing for him as well. So he definitely feels like he's on his own, doing his own thing, trying to reach his goals. So that seems to be like the current energy right now. So let's go into his career and see what's going on there. I do feel that if he's learning something, it could be beneficial for his career, but I actually don't know what's going on. So let's take out a card. So what's going on with XuKun's career? We have full moon in Cancer, and then we have Givia's moon. Okay. What's going on with his career? Two more cards. We have Right Hand Empathy and Angel of Punishment. Okay. So there's a lot of Cancer energy for him. If I did my research correctly, he's actually a Leo. But with all of this Cancer energy, he may have a lot of heavy Cancer placements in his natal chart. I actually haven't looked at his natal chart, but maybe he could have a moon in Cancer, or just a lot of energy in his 4th house. Something along those lines could be important. Now, I'm mentioning this because he had the King of Cups here, and now he has a Cancer moon right here in his career. So I do feel that could be important somehow. So we have a full moon in Cancer with a personal issue reaches resolution, and then we have a Givia's moon with you're very close to achieving your goal. So I do feel that in this case, if there's a project that he wanted to start in his career, or if there's a project he has been working on for a while, it's going to come to conclusion very soon and very quickly. It definitely feels like it's something that he has poured his heart and soul into with that Cancer energy. He has definitely put his emotions into it and trying to maybe show a side of himself that he didn't feel too comfortable talking about, or an experience that he may have gone through, because it definitely feels like he's breaking out of his shell a little bit with this Cancer energy. I'm thinking of how Cancers have a very strong sense of boundaries, and they tend to have very big walls around themselves because they don't like to be open and vulnerable to everyone. Usually their inner circle is the only ones that can see them in a very vulnerable state. But yeah, with both of these cards, it definitely feels like there's something he has accomplished, something that a cycle that he has closed and ended, and because of that, he has reached a point where he is finally able to move forward and reach a milestone of his. Now, underneath the full moon in Cancer, we have right hand empathy. So this tells me that he may have had a lot of support of the people that he cares about. So I do feel that this could be family or very close friends or people that he sees are part of his inner circle. So people that he feels comfortable talking to, people that he feels are out there to actually support him and be there for him. And I think all of these people might make some sort of appearance in his work. I do feel that if not, they have been like that silent support that have helped him kind of push forward and achieve those goals. I do feel that he may, I don't know why I have a very strong feeling that he may talk about this through an art form. So maybe he'll sing about it, maybe he'll dance about it, maybe he'll rap about it, I'm not too sure. But he will use his career as a way to channel something that he has experienced, because we have right hand empathy and then we have the angel of punishment. So in this case, it feels like he's going to talk about the struggles that he has gone through and how slowly, with the support of the people that love him, he has come to achieve his goals, and he has come to finally reach all of those milestones and pick himself back up. So maybe he went through a period where it was very difficult, either nothing was going on, or maybe he felt underaccomplished, or maybe he felt stagnant, or he may have felt very down for some period, but there were people out there that kind of reached out a hand to help him and bring him back up. And I do feel that he may want to talk about that experience. He may talk about the people that he loves and the people that care for him, the people that supported him, the people that never gave up on him, and in exchange kind of help him fill himself back up with confidence and strength to continue moving forward within his career. So I do feel that he may take out a project that talks about that. Now, maybe he could actually like just talk about it in a show, for all I know. Like, it could just be very straightforward, but I do feel that he may just be, bring to light all of the things that he has left in the shadows. A lot of the inner work that he has done, he may talk about it in a metaphor type of way, or maybe very directly. So now let's just take out more cards to get a little bit more details of what's going on with his career. We have the Three of Wands, and we have the Chariot reversed. So with those two energies, it seems a little bit contradictory, because the Three of Wands kind of talks about someone that is looking out into the horizon and is planning on how they can move forward or expand onto what they already have. So one of those ways could be, getting more knowledge about what he wants to specialize in. But also with the Three of Wands, I usually see it as a card that it's like a good time to like sign contracts, or it's a good time to start collaborating with other people. I usually see the Three of Wands as like external help coming in. So I did talk about the silent support he could have gotten from the people he cares about, but I also feel that maybe he's going to start getting opportunities or people reaching out to him to work with him, collaborate with him, or maybe even sign contracts with him in regards to the industry. However, with the Chariot reverse, I do feel that maybe he's a bit indecisive of who to work with or what to do. Or with the Chariot reverse, it could also mean that he is not taking these offers at face value. Like, he's actually, also the Chariot is Cancer energy, by the way. So there you go. That energy is very prominent with him. Now, as I was mentioning, the Chariot reverse could also mean that he is not rushing in to these opportunities, because maybe he's actually looking carefully, making sure that these people are people that he wants to work with, or opportunities that he does want to take, opportunities that actually fulfill him instead of leaving him kind of vacant inside. Also, and because of that, I feel that that's why the Chariot could be reversed, because it's showing that he's not going full force towards a dream or towards a path. He seems to be taking things a little bit slower because he wants to make sure he's just trying to be cautious. He doesn't want to be reckless about his decisions in his career. But I do feel that there might be a lot of people reaching out to him, or a lot of opportunities coming out of nowhere, potentially. Or it could just mean that he's reaching out to other people to slowly get out of his comfort zone and slowly do something different. Now let's check his love life. So what's going on with XuKun's love life? Wait. So we have void of course moon with nothing will come of the situation. Oh shit, okay. Damn. And then at the bottom of the deck we have full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So maybe something's kind of rough in his love life. What's going on with... Wait. We have the Angel of Death. So usually to me death symbolizes a rebirth, or it symbolizes a transformation of sorts. So I do feel that at the moment his love life is not that great. I don't really know what's going on with him. Again, I haven't really kept up with what's going on, but it definitely feels like he's been going through a very tough period in his love life. That Angel of Death tells me that he has been transforming a lot, so there is a chance that he has been thinking what he wants in a relationship, who he wants to be with, and what love looks like to him. So there is a sense of like transforming or changing his views about love and how he wants to approach that side of his life. And I do feel with nothing will come out of this situation and the full moon in Capricorn, it kind of shows that he could be currently in a relationship that does not void too well. What I mean by that is that he could be with a person or in a situationship of sort. A situationship usually means like being with, like, you don't have to actually be with someone, but maybe you have a crush on someone and things are kind of like in a stagnant energy. Nothing's really going on, nothing's really happening. Maybe people that are on the stage of like, what are we dating, are we not, like that could be a situationship, right? Or it's like, oh, you both know you like each other but nothing's going on. That will be an example of a situationship. So in this case I do feel like he could be in a place right now where in his love life things are not really working out, because he could be wanting, either there is no one in his life that he sees as a potential partner, or that he feels it's good enough for what he wants, or he could already be in a relationship that seems to not be going too well right now. Or maybe there's just a lot of baggage going on, a lot of tough cycles that he's trying to close in order to be able to be open to love again. It definitely feels like there could have been, I don't really know what the situation could have been, but with the Capricorn energy, my best guess will be that there could have been shaky commitments, promises that were not fulfilled. Maybe he's been focusing so much on his work and on his career that he just hasn't given time for love. So he seems to not be too open or enthusiastic about his love life. Let's just kind of put it that way. But yeah, with that Angel of Death, it kind of just shows that he's transforming his ideas and his views of love. And it seems like right now he's not in a very good place to be dating or to be focusing on his love life. Yeah. So what's a little bit more details about his love life. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands upright automatically confirms what we have just talked about. He's very cautious about his love life because he has been hurt before. Usually the Nine of Wands shows someone that has experienced a lot of difficulties and challenges in their life, that's why they have their guard up, they have their defenses up, they are very cautious, and they're not, they're not being reckless about anything because they have gone through challenges and they know how difficult it can get. So they try not to, that energy is usually of someone that is not trying to just jump into the unknown and see what happens. This is someone cautious. And with the King of Pentacles reversed, that's Capricorn energy again. I do feel that he's in a space in his love life where he's not really happy about it. And one of those reasons could be that he feels like he's not in a place in his career where he feels comfortable enough to be able to then focus on something else. Like maybe he feels like he's not good enough, or maybe he feels like he doesn't have something to offer to a partner that he will want in his life. Also, with the 9 of Wands, I do feel that maybe he has experienced a lot of tough relationships in his love life, that's why he doesn't feel too enthusiastic about opening the gates to love or opening his heart for that. I do feel that he doesn't feel stable enough for one, and I do feel that if he feels like his walls are up and that he can't be open and vulnerable to someone or allow them into his inner circles, then yeah, that's definitely a sign that he's not ready to start a relationship. I do feel like he's focusing a lot on himself right now, and if he was just in his general overall life going through difficult periods, I do feel that may have taken a lot of his focus and a lot of his energy, and that's why he hasn't really put a lot of work into his love life, because he has been too distracted with other parts of his life, other areas, and his environment has been kind of messy, I do feel. Either he was bored or he felt there was something missing, and he went on this journey, and that has been kind of like a solo journey. He's just trying to know about himself more, get to know himself better, and work with himself better as well to create the future that makes him happy. Now let's go into the last section of his reading and see the healing messages and see what comes through for XuKun, was it? What's going on? Healing messages for him. Seeing how none of the cards have fallen yet, I have a feeling that he has neglected his shadow work, or he finds it very difficult to heal himself right now. He may be trying to distract himself from his healing, potentially. So what's going on? Healing messages for him. So we have the parrot spirit reverse with watch your words. So it definitely feels like, in this case, I don't feel that it's like watch your words as in like what he says to other people could like bite him back. I do feel that this is more about like what he says to himself and the ideas that he's thinking of himself. He needs to watch out in the sense of like he needs to be careful that he's not hurting himself or putting himself down, because that can get in the way of his manifestation. So I'm saying that it can get in the way of his manifestation because he could just discourage himself, or maybe he could start putting his fears into a new project in a way that he just walks away from very good potentials and very good situations for him. But I do feel that in this case, watch your words is definitely focusing more on the way that he speaks to himself and the way that he thinks about himself and the way that he expresses himself about the opportunities and manifestations he's bringing into his life. Because I do feel that he could talk a lot about fears, a lot about not being worthy of something, and those things can definitely bring him down. And I do feel that this parrot spirit reverse is kind of just trying to emphasize that he needs to pump himself up and hype himself up and encourage himself, and that will definitely make it easier for things to kind of work out for him, because now he's approaching the unknown with a clear mind and a little bit more of a positive mindset as well. So let's see other healing messages. So, and there's only 3, I'll take them. So we have the coyote spirit reverse with trust in divine detours. So if there was things that he wanted to do and projects that he wanted to embark, but they were not working out, this card reverse, oh never mind, there are 5 cards. This card reverse is kind of saying that if they didn't work out, it was for a reason, and he doesn't have, again, he feels like he has to do things on his own because he feels like he's not spiritually being supported. So by that, like, destiny's not on his side, or justice is never being served, or something along those lines. Like, he feels like there's a higher power out there that is not on his side. But I do feel that in this case, if things are not working out, it's because it was not for him. So there could be things where he wants to manifest something, and he starts working towards another goal that doesn't fulfill the, I guess, the check marks that he wants for his manifestations. So what I mean is, like, maybe he wants to work with people. Maybe there's specific people he has in mind that he wants to work with, but it never comes into fruition because those people are not in the same wavelength as he is. So maybe these people could, maybe they don't have the best of intentions for him, or maybe these people are a little bit too superficial for him and he doesn't realize it because he doesn't know them that well, or because, you know, this could be people that he admires but they're not going to teach him what he needs to learn in the industry or learn in his life. And because of that, I do feel that there's like this divine detour, right? There's things that life kind of just pushes him away because those things are not meant for him, they're not good for him, or they're just not beneficial to him, or they don't match with the things that he wants. Maybe his heart is saying I want this, but his mind is going for something else, and those things could be why things are not working out the way that he wants it, and that could really discourage him sometimes. The other card that we have right here is the Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So there could be a lot of baggage if he has gone through this period where a lot of things don't work out the way that he wants it, because maybe he goes on a path believing that that's what he wants, but in reality what he truly desires is something else, and that is just like his ego or a superficial way of viewing something. And with this time to let go, I do feel that all of those times that things didn't work out, or all of those times that it seemed like destiny, that things just kind of fell apart, it says time to let go. So it definitely feels like he needs to be in a period where he just needs to accept that if things don't work out, is for his greater good, is to protect him, is to make sure that he doesn't waste time with the wrong people or with the wrong projects, or maybe projects don't work through because maybe 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 the universe is trying to leave room for him to do something that he actually wants and something that will actually benefit him, even if it takes longer. It's like, try to leave room for something that's definitely worth it, because this is not it. So time to let go definitely feels like it's trying to encourage him to let go of that baggage of not being able to accomplish something or things not working out. Now the other card that we have right here is the Lion Spirit with Be Generous of Spirit. So this is very simple. Work with the universe, work with destiny, work with fate, work with that higher power. So if things don't work out, try to not be discouraged, and instead start thinking, okay, if that didn't work out, what can be done? Or there had to be a reason for it not working out. What can I do now? How can I encourage myself? How do I hype myself up? Like, I do feel that life is just saying for him to not be too hard on himself, to not be like, oh, if something didn't work out, it's not his fault. If things didn't happen how he wanted it, it's not his fault. It just kind of happened that way. Why? Well, I do feel that this next card says it all. So the last card that we have for him is the Toro Spirit, and it says slow and steady wins the race. So I do feel that there might be bigger projects out there for him, or bigger abundance and rewards for him, that at face value he doesn't realize it. You know, since things are not coming as quickly as he wants, he could be very discouraged, and that could bring him down a lot. But with this Toro Spirit right here is trying to highlight and emphasize to him that with time, things are going to come into fruition. Things are going to eventually blossom. Things are going to eventually work out for him. It's just a matter of time. And I don't think everything is in his control. Like, he can put all the energy he wants into it. Things will slowly unfold for him. Opportunities will eventually come towards him. And if things just randomly start working out, it's because those things were meant for him and him only. Now, I'll leave it there. I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys like this video. I don't really know where he's at, where he's going, what is his planning, because I haven't really, I guess I haven't really looked at what he's been up to lately. So you guys feel free to tell me. I actually know one person requested this video, and I was like, I'll do it because I do know I've seen him before and I kind of know of him. But aside from that, I'm not much into like C-pop or anything, so I don't know what's going on over there. I don't really know what he's been up to or how things work over there, so I actually don't know if this reading is accurate. I just hope it is. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like this reading, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the person that requested this, because I don't think I would have done this video if no one had asked for it, and I really do hope that it does well. So yeah, let me see. I don't think there's anything else I have to say besides, yeah, Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned from this or that you find it entertaining. I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is, however that is, and love and healing from my part to you, and bye.